Welcome to our Sunday self-care circle. Today, you will need your mat, one or two blankets, possibly a bolster later on. It's always nice to have a block or a strap just in case, and an eye pillow. I'd love for you to have your yoga practice journal as well so that you can do any reflecting. The last thing is some Kleenex because we are going to start our practice today doing a shot kriya, like a purifying breath practice called Kapalabhati. So go ahead and get yourself settled so that you are comfortable, whether you're sitting on the floor or if you are sitting on a chair. Lengthen up through the spine. Sometimes I like to rock on my sit bones, coming forward, circling around a bit so that I can find a nice, comfortable seat over those sit bones. If there's any straining in the knees, remember to prop yourself, okay, so that you can be as comfortable as possible, because being distracted in a pose that when you're trying to be really mindful can be disruptive. So we might as well do what we can to feel really good about our practice. All right, so lengthen up through the spine, give yourself a slight chin tuck, roll the shoulders down and away, and begin to explore the inner world. So inhaling deeply, exhaling completely. And as you start to notice the inner world, notice where you're feeling tight, notice where you're feeling tense. And as you continue to breathe, imagine that those areas are opening. Imagine they're relaxing. And I want you to settle your attention and intention upon cultivating awareness. Not just awareness of your inner world right now, but awareness as we move through the practice. Ideally, this practice is going to help you cultivate a tranquil mind. A time and place for the mind to feel settled, the mind to feel more peaceful and calm. And as the mind is settled, the body is settled. So gently tucking your chin towards your chest, bringing a hand to the heart, a hand to the belly, and just taking that moment to set the intention for cultivating awareness throughout this practice, for settling the mind, for creating tranquility, not just in the mind, but in the body. Wonderful. When you are ready, you'll blink your eyes open, roll the shoulders back, and possibly reach for a Kleenex and blow your nose. Good. Once you've done that, we're going to do our Kapalabhati Shat Kriya. So some people call it a pranayama or pranayam, but this is really a cleansing practice. So we focus on the exhale. So we'll inhale and to start, and then really punch the exhale. Imagine that the exhale is coming from the navel, okay, underneath the rib cage through the navel, and the exhale will come from that punch, and then the inhale will just automatically follow back in, and you're just focusing on the exhale. So I'm going to show you what this looks like, and then we will do it together. So I'm going to inhale my arms up, I'm going to bring my fingers over my thumbs, relax through the shoulders, inhale. Try to stay grounded here when you do this so that you're not moving all over. We really want to settle that energy. Again, when we are yoga practitioners, when we are doing a yoga practice, we really want to be intentional with the energy because we are energy alchemists while we are doing this. So I will have you start the practice with me and I will tell you when to stop. We will do 30 at a time and we're going to do 4 rounds. So when I say exhale, you'll just relax your breathing. You'll bring your arms down, breathe normally. And then when I say, all right, get ready to prepare, you'll inhale those arms up, fingers over the thumbs, relax through the shoulders, okay? All right, we'll try it out. Inhale. Let it all go. Bring the arms down, relax, keep breathing. Feeling what you feel, sensations, quieting the mind, the brain, just noticing. We will repeat. Inhale. Let it go. Breathe normally. Relax. Halfway there. Continuing with our next round. Inhale to prepare. And everything down. Relax the breath. On your next inhale, we'll do our final round. Everything, let it go. Slightly tuck the chin. And bring your awareness back, blink the eyes open. And we're going to come down onto our backs into a bridge pose. You're going to do this pose dynamically. So we're going to rise up and bring our arms up overhead at the same time. Bring your heels in alignment with your sit bones. Rest your head. And just to make this feel more comfortable, I'm going to move my ponytail out of the way because I want to make sure the back of my head is really settled here. Knees are in alignment, facing up towards the ceiling or the sky, hands on either side. Let's press the elbows into the ground. Inhale the chest up, draw the shoulder blades down, and then start from here. Inhale everything all the way up. Exhale all the way down. So just give it a few times just to warm things up. All right, on your next inhale, you draw everything all the way up. Hold the breath. If you're not on your menstrual cycle, if you're not pregnant, just give it a hold that breath, and then exhale, bring everything back down. So we'll hold for a count of 2, and then we'll come back down for a count of 4, okay? Good. Inhale up for a count of 6, hold for 2, exhale all the way down. Good job. 2 more just like this. Inhale up. Really press through those legs. Engage through the navel. Feel the energy moving through the pelvis. Nice work. Now draw the knees in towards the chest. We are going to just dynamically drop our knees to one side. Keep the arms out to a T. Inhale back up to center and then drop them in the other direction. Good. Inhale, engage everything back up. Exhale, let it drop. Inhale, back up. So you're just going to be very gentle here, allowing the knees to go from side to side, moving through that low back, through that belly. All right, nice work. Draw those knees into the chest. Flex those feet. Good. Inhale the feet to the ceiling for a moment. Point the toes. Draw the knees back in. And we're going to roll over onto our knees into tabletop. Good. So in our tabletop position, your hips are over the knees, wrists are underneath the shoulders. Good. Inhale into your cow, and then you're going to exhale, start to press everything up into down dog, let the head hang. Inhale, coming back through into table and inhaling into cow. Exhaling into down dog. So we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to inhale for a count of 6. We're going to exhale for a count of 4 and then pause for 2. Again, don't pause if you're on your menstrual cycle, if you're pregnant, if you have any sort of serious anxiety about holding your breath. It's okay, don't do it, right? But it does have an energetic quality that is going to help us as we move through connecting the mind to a slowing down. Okay, good. So continue through this, moving into your cow, and then exhale into down dog, holding out the breath, inhaling back through tabletop and cow. Two more just like this. Consider making sure that you drive that navel towards the back belly, towards the spine on that hold, like you're carving things out. Good job. Meeting me back at tabletop, and then coming to a stance on your mat. So we're going to be in the center of our mat. It's really bright right here. Okay, so you're going to bring your right foot forward and your left foot back. So we are going to be moving through a dynamic pyramid pose. So it's not a huge stance. It's not as big as a warrior or like a lunge. It's a little bit smaller. We need to be able to open up through the hamstrings here. So we are going to take our left hand and place it on our low back. So the top of our hand is on our low back. We're going to draw our right arm up. We are going to hinge forward just to get a sense for this. Small micro bend in those knees. And then inhale back up. Try to make sure that you are leading with the power of the legs and not the back. The back should just be helping out a little bit. We don't want the back to be doing all the work. Okay, good. So keep up with this just to oil things up, get things moving. And we're going to do the same thing now. When we exhale, we're going to exhale for a count of 4 and then hold for 2. Inhale for 6, all the way back up. Exhale down for 4. Hold for 2. Drive the navel to the spine and then inhale back up. So make sure that you are really feeling engaged here and that your head is in alignment with the spine. You're not hanging off. Keep going here. And our last one, I want you to hold it out here. Let's see if we can hold the breath out for a count of 4. And then draw everything else back up. Good job. We're going to switch sides. You're going to step the left leg forward, right leg back. Again, not a huge stance. Hips, headlights are facing forward. Knees are facing forward. There's a slight micro bend. This time, again, we're going to place our right hand on our low back. Just going to bend the elbow. Left arm comes up. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, hinge for 4. Hold the breath for 2. And then inhale, come back up. Exhale for 6. Hold for 2. Inhale back up. Good job. Keep going here. Just going to remind you of a few things while you're moving through this. As you're here, try to make sure you're relaxing through the shoulders as best you can. Again, making sure that you're pulling and pushing up through the legs to engage the power of your lower body and not just letting your low back do the work. Keeping that head in alignment with the spine so we're not hanging, which will cause stress later. So let's not do that. And just 2 more just like this. All right, on the next one, I want you to hold it for a count of 4. And then when you're ready, you're going to push up through the legs and come back up to standing. Good job. Nice work. Now the right leg is going to be forward, left leg back, a nice longer stance. We're still going to be in a warrior stance, but a warrior stance is pretty nice and wide. You have a line down the center of the mat, just like you did with your pyramid pose. Hips are facing forward. All right, we're going to bend that front knee. Nice work. Feel the power of your legs. Press the energy down. Pull it up. We're going to lift up through the spine, and then we're going to bring our hands behind us, interlace them to the best of our ability, or just sort of reaching for them. This might be where a strap is needed, depending on how your shoulders are. And then you're going to inhale and then exhale. Come forward as much as you can to a humble warrior. Inhale, come back up. Same idea. You really got to use those legs. So let's just get dynamically in here, really engaging through the body. Just getting used to moving things. And then I want you to prepare to use the breath. So as we exhale, we're going to exhale for a count of 6. Hold and pause for 2. Inhale, back up for 6. As you do this, keep going. As you do this, try to relax through the shoulders as best as you can. And again, using the power of your legs, not the back. And one more, we'll hold it down here. See if you can hold it out for 4. Inhale slowly, coming back up, inhaling back up. Make sure you're not lightheaded, then step to the top of the mat, pedal it out. Just take a minute, hand on the heart, hand on the belly, get anchored. Then you're going to make sure that the left leg is forward, right leg back. We're going to do the other side. So just make sure that you're noticing how you're feeling. Make sure that you're breathing. Now, before we get into this, you're going to do the awkward grip. So whatever was natural, where you didn't think and you interlaced your fingers, great. Do that for a moment and figure out which finger is on top. So in this case, my left hand is first. So I'm going to switch it, and that's the awkward one because I have to think about it. Okay, good. So my right foot fingers are first now, on the top, I mean. Inhale to prepare. Bend that front knee, nice long stance, hips are forward. Exhale. Head is in alignment with the spine, holding it out for 2, and then inhaling it back up. Keep going. Two more, and on that last one, we're gonna hold it out for 4 on the exhale. So once you get down there, instead of holding it for 2, you're gonna hold it for 4. Engage everything as you inhale back up. Step to the top of the mat, pedal it out. Bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Just check in. Good job. Nice work. So now you're gonna have a nice wide stance and you're gonna bring it out kind of as wide as you can, really. This might be an opportunity to grab a block, okay? We are going to be doing Christian Macharya's revolved triangle, which is slightly different than a regular wide-legged forward fold, okay? We're going to be twisting and we're gonna be using that breath. And everything's going to just really come together quite nicely. So now you might not need the block until we decide to stay and land. Otherwise, you can have one block on next to each foot. So you can have a block here and here. You get to decide what level you want it on, okay? I'm gonna show you what we're doing here. Still micro bends in those knees. So press down through the legs, pull up through the legs. We want to make sure we're not just using our ligaments, so there's power drawing down the legs and power pulling up through the legs. Good job. Bring your arms out. Imagine that they're like wings and they're being held up by air, right? And you're going to inhale up through the spine. You're going to start to twist into one side from the navel, from the pelvis area, not from the shoulders. The shoulders will tag along as you do this. So you're going to twist and bend that knee that you're coming down on and inhale back up and twist and bend, okay? Inhale back up, twist, just get a sense for this. Oil yourself up, get ready for this movement. All right, so now on your next one, I want you to hold it out for that 2. Keep going. Everyone you do, see if you can hold that exhale out for that extra beat of 2. Continue to make sure you're using your legs as you're floating through this. We want to make sure that we're not leading with the ligaments and our natural flexibility. We want to engage those muscles. All right, on your next one, whichever side it is, you're gonna hold it. So hold it out for a count of 4 now. And then stay here. So inhale for 6. Exhale for 6. Hold it for a count of 4. If it's too much on your head and neck, you can bend your elbow and place your hand on your low back, try to roll that shoulder back. Okay, and if it's too much to look up, you can look to the side or even down. If your shoulders are really tight, it's not worth it just to do it, quote unquote, right. Check in with your own body. One more, just like this. On your next inhale, press through the legs, draw yourself back up. Good, we're gonna do the other side. So just Breathe normally for 2 breaths, then bring those arms out. Exhale, twist to the other side for the 6. Hold it for 4, get yourself set up. Keep going here.